I started playing drums when I was about 11 or 12 years old. My dad has always been a musician, and so has my mom. But I started off trying to play guitar, and it was really frustrating. So then I started playing drums, which was good, because when I got frustrated playing drums, I just hit them harder so I could continue to practice. After I started playing drums at about 11 or 12, I started playing bass, and then I started guitar again. So I guess I started playing drums just because I wanted to jam with my dad. Being in a band is kind of like having 4 girlfriends at once. It's awesome sometimes, and then sometimes it's really frustrating and hard to communicate, and things get lost in translation. But the payoff is awesome. I wouldn't rather be playing with anyone else but this group, because they're all fantastically talented and they're all really nice too.
I started singing because we got a piano, so I started playing piano, and then my piano teacher was like, "Hey, do you wanna sing?" I was like, "Yeah." So that was like when I was like 9. So ever since then, I've just been singing. I started writing lyrics when I was really, really young. Like ever since I was like probably like 5 or 6. Most of the lyrics that I write are pretty angry. It's mostly personal experience, things that I experienced, things that my friends experienced, yeah.
My parents are both from England. They come from a part of England called Hampshire, and that's roughly, I think, the center of England, something around that. My mum comes from the middle of it, my dad comes from the south of it. I really like this bass player named Mark King. He played in a British band called Level 42, and he did like the slap bass type thing, and he was just so ridiculously good. I was just like, I've got to try something like that. And so I picked up a bass without any instruction. I just started just like slapping it, and eventually those uncoordinated slaps turned into something that sounded remotely good. And I guess I learned from there.
My dad's really proud of me, I think. Let's hope. He drives me to every single gig. He's taking time out of work just to get me where I need to be, and it's unbelievable how much he puts on the line for me to be able to play in this band. It's pretty good to play keyboard in this band, because I get to experiment with a lot of like different synth sounds and stuff because I'm a big electronic music fan, so it's fun to be able to like make my own sounds and stuff like that. I think what I do a lot of the time is just put that extra layer to fill out the empty spots in our songs.
What usually happens in band practice is I'll come up with an idea, or one of us will come up with something, a riff, a beat, and we'll just jam on it for a while and see if we can put something together with that. And then Abby writes all the lyrics herself. She just goes off into a corner and writes these mystical pages of lyrics that she never tells us what they're about. And we just jam and come up with music, but she takes care of that part and we jam on it. My personal philosophy for songwriting is once you come up with the part, say you've got something like when we were writing Upper Hand, you got this part here. So Ben and I were jamming on that, and then I thought, oh, why don't we throw in some ambience there? And so, it's a process of jamming, and just you listen in your head. You listen to the, and then after that's over, you just listen in your own head. Like, where does it sound like the song wants to go? So it's almost like you're not writing the song, you're more like letting the song write itself.
Don't do that. No, wait.
No.
Yes, no, yes.
No, yes, no. No, yes, no. Yes, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
tell us about playing in the band now? What does it feel like?